Ooh, this is a hard one. People are evil. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Oh, this hurts me a little bit. This is evil. It's making me have a little bit of like I might break down after this. All right, so today we're gonna do a little would you rather, but skincare edition. This is a concept I did a few years ago when I was pregnant. So we decided to bring it back, but instead of my team putting together the would you rathers, I decided to ask my Instagram followers. All right, so I think we just get right into it. I think most people know the rules of would you rather. You're basically choosing one or the other. If you have to choose, which one will it be? So let's see. The first one is vitamin C or retinoids for the rest of your life. This is an easy answer for me. This is retinoids, hands down. I tell people besides sunscreen, retinoids are the thing you need to put into your skincare routine. If you haven't already, you need to figure out how to get retinoids in. So retinoids for sure. Vitamin C, I love vitamin C, but I think as long as I can keep sunscreen in my life, I'm good with not having vitamin C, but retinoids, you cannot pry them away from me. Wow, some of these are getting, this is an intense one. Along the same line, so I see the trend here. People know I love my retinol. No retinol or tret, or no facial treatments for the rest of your life. So I guess it's supposed to be, would you rather have no retinol or tret or no facial treatments for the rest of your life? I guess it kind of depends on what facial treatments are we talking about, like facials and cosmetic procedures. I'm gonna assume that we're like looping them all, like we're lumping them all into the same category. You know, I'm gonna say I would rather get rid of the facial treatments and go with the retinoids. I strongly believe in retinoids. I really think that you should get retinoids into your skincare routine because, you know, there are a lot of people who don't want to get any kind of facial treatments done in their entire life and they still look really good because they stick with retinoids. I think you're gonna age a little bit more gracefully and not necessarily slow down a lot of aging when you get a little bit older, but I think that's okay. If you want to age gracefully, then retinoids that's where it's at. Wait, are we including Botox in that?
Yeah.
No Botox? So not just facials. Like in my mind, I was like, I can go without having facials, I guess, right? I mean, Botox is only gonna get me so far. I still think I'm gonna go with the retinoids, you guys. I think I'd rather play the long game than like the Botox keeps me looking like really good right now, but I think in the future, like if I had to get rid of retinoids, I think the retinoids are doing the like silent work here, right? Like the heavy lifting. This is a tough one. Now I'm starting to question myself, which I don't do often. What would you guys choose? Okay. Somebody's making it a little bit more clear with this one. Give up facials or give up Botox. And that one I can easily give up. I would give up the facials for Botox, mostly because I'm really good with my skincare and I have it down to a science at this point. You know, I think people don't realize there's actually like a huge difference between Botox and getting facials. Like facials you're getting done because it's like cleaning out your skin and your pores and just kind of like it's like a maintenance. I think of it like that. Facials are like getting your oil changed on your car. You're just kind of like cleaning it out, making sure that you're kind of resetting, and then you go home and you just like maintain with your skincare products. That's kind of what facials are, but you don't necessarily need it unless your skin gets really, really bad. But if you've got your skincare at home down, then you probably don't need facials. So would you rather facials or Botox? I'm gonna go with Botox. Ooh, this is a hard one. People are evil. Would you rather sleep with makeup on or wear no sunscreen during the day? This is a really tough one. Well, let's kind of walk through this. If you're sleeping with makeup on the rest of your life, like every single day, eventually your skin is going to, I mean, what, like in a week or two, your skin's just gonna look like hell because you're gonna have just old makeup piled on. Like, has anyone ever gone with like never washing their face but wearing makeup on a daily basis? I don't know, what does that look like? With sunscreen, it's definitely the most important because I would live my life. I like living my life and being able to go outside. But I wonder if I would just turn into a hermit and then just stay inside at all times with the windows drawn. Does that make any sense then? Like then you're not living your life. Can I just stop wearing makeup? I think if I stopped wearing makeup and I could just wear sunscreen all the time, I would go with that. What would you guys do?
I mean, I would stick with makeup on for sure.
You would?
I mean, this isn't saying you can't like take a shower when you wash your face. It's not saying no washing your face ever.
Ooh. Okay, so Anna from my team just broke it down for me. She was like, it's not that you can't wash your face ever. Like I could wake up in the morning and wash my face. See, I was going real extreme with this. Okay. So I think I would rather, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Oh, this hurts me a little bit. This is evil. It's making me have a little bit of like I might break down after this. The fact that I even have to consider it. I think I would rather sleep with makeup on, wash it off in the morning, and then still put my sunscreen on. I think I would do that because then I can still go get facials. That would eventually help clear it up. You guys, don't sleep with your makeup on a regular basis. It's just so bad for your skin. Like, that is what's clogging your pores. You don't want to do that. But you want to wear your sunscreen too. If you want to go and live your life and be out and about, you have to wear your sunscreen. So I'm choosing the sunscreen, but I'm gonna hate, as if this is really gonna happen. See, I got really into it. See, I really felt that. Yeah, I would hate to give up either. So that was a really tough one for me. Oh, this one's real evil. Bad lip filler or bad cheek filler? Chiller. It's spelled chiller, but I know what we were getting at. Well, I would just not do filler. Can I choose that? No, okay, shoot, okay. I think I'm gonna go with bad cheek filler, but I don't want either, if we're being honest, right? Obviously, this is how Would You Rather works, right? This is why I've never been good at this game, because I'm like, why would anyone do that? Why would you choose this? So let me give you my thought process here. I think I would rather have bad cheek filler because your cheeks, at least like the skin and the structure is thicker there, so it maybe isn't as noticeable. And like our faces already have like their own little like nuances to them anyway. Like I have these dimples and like spots on my face where people like will even message me when they see me smiling in a photo, and they're like, why do you have all these like dips in your skin? And I'm like, it's because it's my face. They like assume this is because of filler or something, which I actually have zero filler in my cheeks anymore because I had it dissolved. So people just assume this, but I've had this in my face since I was a teenager. Like I can remember having all these like little dimples in my face, and it's just the way my face is made. So it's like you can kind of get away with that, I think, of being like, it's just the way my face is. The thing with your lips though is that they are constantly moving. It's softer tissue, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of stands out. And I can picture, you know, like especially back in the day when celebrities were going and getting like botched lip jobs all the time, there's just something about it that stands out to you. Like if you think about it, like people that have, I guess bad cheek filler would be like people that have kind of like that cat look to their face, which I don't want to have that either, but at least like I don't know. I feel like that, I don't know. There's something about the lips that I feel like you just cannot come back from whatsoever. Like bad lip filler. And I've had my lip filler like get a little bit more, like when you don't do it on a regular basis and really maintain your lip filler, it can kind of get a little lumpy and stuff as it's like just naturally dissolving. So I can see how easily your lips can look bad, you know? So I think I would rather have bad cheek filler than have bad lip filler, but honestly, obviously, we don't want either of those, neither. Filler is a really tough one because it can go bad real quickly if you don't go to the right person. Well, people are really on this sleep with makeup. Everyone knows I don't like to have makeup on when I go to sleep. I just can't even imagine it anymore. Would you rather sleep with makeup on or use just a makeup wipe before bed? Ooh. I mean, I think I've got a really quick answer for this one because I'm gonna choose the makeup wipe. I know, I stomp real hard to get rid of the makeup wipes. I think makeup wipes are super outdated and are not the way to properly cleanse your skin. That said, they do cleanse a little bit. They just don't cleanse enough. And they're a little bit rough on your face. But if it's between not washing your face at all and using, you know, a makeup wipe, I would much rather use a makeup wipe and at least do something, right, than not do anything at all. I think that's even worse. That said, neither are great. Neither are great options. Makeup wipes are super outdated. They are rough on your skin. They aren't going to properly cleanse your skin. They're going to irritate your skin, which in turn creates all these other issues with your skin later on. So yeah, but leaving your makeup on just in general and never washing it off, that's way worse. Would you rather live without sleep or live without moisturizer? I'm gonna go with I would rather live without moisturizer, mostly because you can't actually technically live without sleep. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You actually do need sleep. Like, we actually need sleep to survive. That said, I'll play this game. Would I rather be sleepless or would I rather have moisturizer? And I'm gonna go with what I actually already do because I'm pretty sleepless. Like, I get just like the bare minimum to get by, and it's partially because I just have like this, like, I don't know, it's something that I've always had where I'm a little bit of an insomniac, but I think adding like businesses and children and all that to the mix just has made things worse for me, and maybe even age. So I get the bare minimum of sleep, but I love and rely on my skincare products. So if I could actually survive without sleep, I would choose moisturizer. So there you go. I would choose the skincare. Oh, this one is really evil. All right. Would you rather break up with your makeup artist or your hairstylist? Nikki, how do you feel about that one?
I know the answer.
You know the answer already? What's the answer, Nikki?
You're not gonna break up with me.
She's like, I will find you. Nikki is sitting right here, so I can't give you my honest answer. No, I'm kidding. For those that have never watched, Nikki is my makeup artist. She's also one of my really good friends. So she's sitting right here. She's like with me on all of these video shoots. I don't think I could break up with Nikki because she's also one of my besties. So like, even if I am not actually getting my makeup done, I think we would still be hanging out. So I guess I would keep Nikki, right? Nikki, is that a good answer?
Yep.
Nikki and I have actually like talked about this. I think like in the future, you know, like as I get older, do I really need to have like makeup done and everything? Like this whole concept of me getting my makeup done started right after I had my first baby because I was still like breastfeeding and stuff, and it just felt nice to have Nikki come through and like just help me get, you know, like ready in the morning for my video shoots, just to like get back into the groove. Because prior to that, I never really had my makeup done, but I got spoiled because I started doing some on-camera work for a different company in general. And so that's how Nikki and I got really close. Nikki and I had worked together on different shoots, me as a producer and her as the makeup artist that I would hire for these video shoots. And so we became really close, but she was not my actual makeup artist. And then she eventually started doing my makeup because she's the person that I just relied on all the time, and I just knew her work was really good. And then I got so spoiled after she started doing my makeup for these video shoots that I kind of couldn't go back. Like, I started to try going back to just doing my own makeup for the video shoots. And then one day I woke up and I was like, why do I do this to myself? I should just have Nikki here. And then the rest is history. Nikki became a part of my life, and she is a big part of these video shoots. But I think I kind of choose it, right? Like, I know she makes me look way better, but I also just love having her around. So I think I would choose Nikki. That said, when I get older, I imagine that I'm gonna still get my hair colored while I don't get my makeup done. So maybe I would break up with Nikki in the future. Don't tell Nikki. I don't know. What a funny thought though. Like, in the future, like, how long do you guys think I'll do YouTube? Should I stay on YouTube until I'm like 70 years old? I don't know. What a weird thought, right? You know, I remember thinking years ago when I started to see the rise of like the social media influencer and content creator. This is when I was still a beauty editor at magazines. I remember thinking in my head, how long can these young people, you know, like stay online? Do they like stop when they start having families? Do they stop when they like reach their 30s? Do they go get like real jobs? And now we've been able to see the transition, and it looks like being a content creator and an influencer is kind of like here to stay, right? Like, now we've actually seen people, myself included, have families, get married, you know, go through like their businesses and, you know, just like see all the transitions in our lives. And in some ways it almost seems like it's become such a part of us, social media, that like, will we ever actually stop being on social media completely? I don't know. What a weird thought. So it makes me think like, you know, now that you've got me thinking, my wheels are turning. Like, would I still be using Nikki for my makeup in the future? Besides just being my friend. She's gonna be around as my friend, that's for sure, but will I be getting my makeup done? You know what, Kris Jenner gets her makeup done still, like regularly, but she's on camera. I don't know, see, what a weird thought. I can't break up with Nikki though, just so you guys know. She's not gonna let me either, even if I tried. She's a stage 5 clinger. Stage 5 clinger right here. She's not letting me go anywhere. Oh my God. Let's see, we're moving to hair, which is also on the table. Okay, so would you rather never use shampoo again or never use conditioner? All right, let's break this down. I think that we could technically use conditioner as like a co-wash, even though we've seen like the issues that have come from this over the last few years, where people are like, my hair is falling out because they like don't properly cleanse their scalp. I think I could go with conditioner because I just wouldn't use it on my scalp. And I think water and fingers do like a decent job. It's not like I'm putting makeup on my scalp. I think I can get away with not shampooing my hair. I kind of think of hair as fabric, like a towel or like your shirt. You can't wash it with like a shampoo and expect your hair to be okay, though technology is getting so much better. Formulations are getting so much better. You can get a hydrating shampoo. If I could get a really good hydrating shampoo, there's a brand sent me some lab samples of a shampoo and conditioner they're coming out with that has really hydrating ingredients in both formulas, in the shampoo and the conditioner. And you know, I'll tell you, my hair feels really smooth after I use just the shampoo. Maybe I just go with like a really hydrating shampoo and no conditioner. I think I'm gonna go with that. That's my answer, just because technology has changed. You just have to find the right shampoo. Okay, would you rather start another brand or start another YouTube channel? I have such a quick answer for you. I would start 1,000 new YouTube channels before I start another brand. Starting a brand takes so much work. And I mean, like, not just starting the brand. There's a lot of work leading up to starting the brand, but then also creating a brand that's going to be successful and make it in the market and in the industry and deal with all the challenges that come with a brand. I would start a YouTube channel again any day. Like it is so much easier. And let me be clear. Starting a YouTube channel that's also a successful YouTube channel is also hard. But I think it is so much easier to start a YouTube channel than it is to start a brand. And I guess, and I'm making the assumption here that we're talking a successful brand and a successful YouTube channel. A YouTube channel, easy. I would start 1,000 before I start another brand. Oh, okay. Would you rather only use makeup wipes at the end of the day or only use SPF 20 daily? 100%, I already know the answer. I would go with the SPF 20 daily and that's it. Like, I would never choose makeup wipes over my sunscreen. And I don't care if it's a low sunscreen number, like a SPF number. SPF 20, you know what? I can reapply that. I can keep reapplying that and it's going to protect me. So I would go with the SPF 20 for sure. It's only going to be better for me versus makeup wipes are eventually going to be bad for me and cause problems. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather never use cleanser again or moisturizer? I think I would go no cleanser because I would just not wear a lot of makeup going forward. I would make sure that I'm like splashing my face with water if I need to, you know, because we're not saying I can't use water, right, to rinse my face off. I wouldn't be disrupting my skin barrier as much, so then I wouldn't need as much moisturizer either. So I think I'm gonna go with no cleanser and choose my moisturizer. Would you rather live in a super dry climate or a super humid climate? This is a good question. Let's kind of think about this. Okay, so if you live in a really dry climate, your skin barrier becomes disrupted a lot because it gets really dry. And what you do to your skin, really, you can like see those effects much quicker because of that dryness. Whereas in humid weather, I think people have a really hard time keeping that greasiness or that greasy look down. You really have to like be choosy with your products. You can't put so much on because then it can also look a little bit greasy. That said, I think people underestimate how dry your skin can get in humid weather because they feel like their skin must be getting moisture, but humidity can actually mess with that. Like, you see it with hair a lot, like you get frizzier hair in humidity. When you like think about that, you would think it would be the opposite because in humidity, you must be getting so much more moisture. But what happens is you have to lock in that moisture. You're like walking a fine line in humidity of like having that balance of moisture. You know, so it's actually trickier in some ways. I grew up in New Mexico with ultra dry climate. It's an ultra dry climate. I used to be so patchy and like irritated all the time. My skin was irritated all the time because it was so dry. But I think once I really figured out how to moisturize my skin and keep it really nourished in that dry climate, I started to realize that my skin looks better, my hair looks better in a dry climate. What's interesting about being in a dry climate is that, you know, like anytime I'm home for a period of time, like if I'm home for, when I say home, like visiting my parents in New Mexico, if I'm there for like more than 3 days, I notice that my hair Like I don't have to wash my hair as often because it's not so oily feeling on the scalp. I don't have to powder down so much. So then I don't have to really deeply cleanse my skin and like really watch what it's like just so much easier once you actually figure it out. You can get really, really dry, but once you figure that out and you just like make sure you're always nourishing your skin in that dry climate, you look really good. It's so much easier to like look good. Like I don't get frizzy hair. It always looks smooth. My blowouts look really pretty. I think I would go with dry climate. All right, last one. Would you rather look a little disheveled and be on time or look put together but be 25 minutes late? So I'll tell you, this is actually my life right now. So I tend to, on a regular basis, just look a little more disheveled, but then I'm on time. And whenever I look put together, then I'm almost always more than 25 minutes late. So I think I would choose, honestly, if I could choose, I would just look really put together and always be 25 minutes late, because 25 minutes late is not that big a deal to me. And that would also mean I'm like extremely privileged. Where like everybody just assumes I'm gonna be late and it's okay because Susan needs to look good. Yeah? That also means that I like have people helping me all the time too. So there you go. I think I would rather, now we're asking would you rather look like a princess all the time and be a little bit late? Or would you rather look like a hot mess and always be on time? I, in real life, mostly look like a hot mess and I'm on time when I look like a hot mess. But when I look like I'm put together, I'm almost always late, so. Okay, so that was Would You Rather Skincare / Beauty Edition. If you guys have any to add to this, feel free to add them in the comments below. I'll try to answer as much as I can. You can find me on Instagram. I'm @SusanYara, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for playing.